I don't want to brag, but check out the view from last night's camper spot. It'd be rude to not go for a morning swim, right? Charlie's not entirely sure if she's coming in yet, but look at this. How can you not want to get in? It's gorgeous. Great way to start the day. Oh, I think Charlie's getting in. You're not sure, are you? Mm-mm. Charlie isn't one of an open water swimmer. It's something she's trying to work on this trip. It's one of the things she said, like, I want to do more of. But it's got to be the right place, the right time, and the right mood. And I'm not sure right now Charlie's up for it. You going to give it a go?
I'll put my feet in, but that's about it, I think.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Just for me then. So Charlie and I don't have any sort of showering facilities in the van. So for anyone who is interested in what our shower routine looks like, it's something like this. First things first, bottle of water over you. Lather yourself up. And rinse off, fairly straightforward. And that's how you do a campervan shower. Why am I down here in press-up position? I don't do press-ups. So we've got quite a big driving day today. Charlie and I are travelling down to the Black Forest, and it's going to take us the best part of 3 to 4 hours, so better get moving. Not sure what I'm going to show you. Check this thing that we've done. We've put this random bit of cardboard behind the phone cradle, and that's because we found that when we were driving, the phone was getting seriously hot. It's been like over 30 degrees every day so far in Europe, so that's, I don't, why am I showing you? Well, maybe it's of interest. Is it of interest? John, you're rambling. Right, let's crack on. Oh, 2 hours into the drive. I am knackered. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I guess this is sort of the reality of van life a little bit when you're doing a road trip, is that often there'll be days where you do a lot of driving, and those picturesque spots in the morning where you might have your coffee aren't always the same when it gets to lunchtime. It's not always as picturesque. This is our lunch spot today. I mean, it will do though. We still get to make lunch in our home. Just realised we got no food in, so it's actually going to have to be the service station. So for lunch we have a Diet Coke, we have an overpriced pizza, and we got a bag of paprika crisps because they were the healthiest ones. They're only a C. The rest of them were all higher than that. I don't know what that means, but yeah, the overpriced lunch of every single journeyman who has to have lunch at the service station. But hey ho, I think the destination today is going to be worth it. Also probably worth noting that we got things drying everywhere. They probably will be dry by the time we arrive to our destination, but it's a slightly cloudier day today, so drying things everywhere. That's what you get for travelling in a van. Sounds crunchy. How's the pizza? Yeah, not impressed? It's all right.
You've got it all over your cheek.
If not a little messy. Charlie is taking over the driving now, which means one thing. I'm in charge of the music.
I'm coming with you, dear Maria, count me in. When it was just a fling before, now you're the one.
Fire in the gates of hell.
I'm not yours, I could be anybody's. I'm not sure, I could be anybody's. In those doors, I could be anybody's. You got yours, but I could be anybody's.
So we've just driven down south to the very top of the Black Forest, and we're in a town called
Baden-Baden.
Baden-Baden. Charlie, what can you tell us about Baden-Baden?
It's a spa town. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's very wealthy.
Yeah?
And it should be nice.
It should be nice. Shall we test that theory? Okay, this looks fairly special. Yeah, you're right, that is nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the sun, I don't know if it's the buildings, I don't know what it is, but this feels kind of Mediterranean to me. What about you?
Yeah, it does a bit.
Just, I think it's the sun, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's also
like
the
the
bright
sun.
colour buildings. Look at this.
Yeah.
As we walk down into this beautiful town, down the winding streets and look at all these beautiful buildings that are just surrounding us, I just keep thinking to myself, we're going to have to walk back up. The horse is always watching.
I know.
Do you think he takes requests?
You can try.
Has his own Instagram. Managed to find some shade. It is so hot. We've come into a lint shop, mostly because it's air conditioned.
Yes.
It's also got lots of chocolate. We should get something here, shouldn't we? Charlie,
Yes.
what about one of those?
You can get one of those.
Let's get one of those. So it did cost €4, but we were in the lint shop, so, and it's hot, and we enjoyed the air conditioning. Ladies first, let me know.
Oh my god, that's chocolatey. You know? Yeah.
Oh my,
Yeah. It's so chocolatey.
that is seriously chocolatey. Right, excuse us whilst we demolish this. So going to towns, and more importantly parking in towns, presents two problems for us in the van. Number one is that we're trying to save money, so we try and get free parking wherever we can. And number two is that because the van is so big that even if the parking was free in the middle of a town, we often have to park outside and walk in, because manoeuvring the van around towns can be quite tricky, especially old towns like this one. Having said that, I have always preferred travelling by foot, and you do get to see more. It's warm in here, isn't it? Yeah. Now, the next reality for us is trying to find somewhere to stay for the evening. Now, we use an app called Park for Night, most of you will know that, but it doesn't change the fact that when you arrive, you've got to hope that there's spaces there, and you kind of got to hope that it's not too crowded, because the whole point of doing this is to be out in the middle of nowhere, and it's much better by yourself. I'm sorry to say that. That sounds very antisocial, but it is. Have you got this evening's place?
Yes.
How far away is it?
14 minutes.
In 14 minutes time we'll know if we've got a good space or not. Right, in theory we should be just up here. I think it's in here. Is anyone here? This looks like it could be very pretty. We might be onto a winner here. Just cars, so that suggests to me that it is walkers. Oh, this is great. What do we reckon? I think we're home for the night.
Yeah.
Now this is an example of a good camping spot, and thank God we didn't have to go round and round the circles. But look at where we are this evening. That's our home. That's where we are. The entrance to our abode, and then if you look down from there, a gentle babbling creek. What do you think?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Happy with that. Usually in the evening I come into the van and do a bit of editing, and this evening, this is my office. Look at that. Actually absurd. So on that note, I think me and Charlie are just going to try and enjoy this space and call it a night. Charlie is already cooking up a storm, so we'll see you in the next one. Bye. That one was a mistake. Too hot for this sort of nonsense.